Hello, friends. Good evening. It is Michelle Litwiller here with Owl Star Stampers, and it is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025, and I am so excited because we have 4 brand new cards we're going to make with brand new products from the new mini catalog as well as online exclusive. So you're not going to want to miss out. Give me a 1 if you're watching the live, and a 2 if you're watching the replay. I'm gonna plug in my phone real quick, so I will be right. I'm just grabbing my charger off to the side here. I just couldn't reach it. So, all right. Is that like 2% or something crazy like that? So it can charge while I'm stamping with you guys. All right. Thank you, Linda. She said happy anniversary. Yeah, today is my wedding anniversary with my husband, 21 years. Thank you. All right. Good evening, everyone. If you missed earlier, I went live and I did a walkthrough page by page of the catalog. And so you can check that out if you just want me to point out all the things in there. I did that earlier today. And then I went out to lunch with my husband for our anniversary, and then I came back and I designed these 4 cards for tonight. So I wasn't sure what I wanted to play with because I love so many products and I do have a lot in, and so I went with 2 fall themed cards and 2 Christmas cards because this catalog and online has a lot of Christmas things and I love it all. So I want to start playing with it so you guys can get some good ideas. So, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me over on Facebook. And make sure you're on my email list because this class, although we're kicking off the catalog, is going to have another free tutorial. That's 2 weeks in a row. So if you want the free tutorial for these cards we're going to make, join my email list. It will go out on, should be on Sunday. So yeah, make sure you're on the email list for all the free tutorials. I also will be having some classes and got Halloween class. I designed the cutest project. Wonder if I should give you a sneak peek of it because it's so cute. It is, you guys know me, you know I love like home decor things. So I designed a home decor thing for my Halloween class. It's so cute. That's one of many things coming. So, all right. Thank you, Sharon. And if you need any tutorials on past classes or to become a VIP for only $24.95, you can go there. We just put a whole bunch of classes on there because I had my end of summer. That was 4 classes in it of itself. And then we had another class. So a whole bunch of classes went up. You're welcome, Jennifer. I'm making like treat holders, so that's what I have, like some templates I'm making. So it's taking me a little bit longer to get it all done anyway, especially with the catalog launching. And then to shop tonight to get all these amazing products, here's how you can shop. So how tonight is going to work is if you go ahead and shop with me, I'm going to send you 4 different card kits like this. So one is each of the cards that we're going to make tonight. They will come in a bag with a label. So you can refer back to this video. You will also get the free tutorial. Actually, everyone again will get the free tutorial if you're on my email list. So you'll get that. Now, you have to spend at least $50 before tax and shipping and your rewards to earn this. Now, if you go over $75, I'm going to send you a free embellishment, a brand new one. It might be, I'm thinking it's going to be these, the Delightful Decorative Dots. So they're like $8.50 or $9. They're really pretty and shimmery. I did not use them on the cards tonight, but they're going to be perfect for fall and winter and all the things. So if you go over 75, you'll get that. If you ordered last week, we will be prepping those kits to get them out at the end of this week. So super excited, so excited. I'm getting tongue-tied with everything that we have going on here. All right. I'm glad you love Halloween, Della. Me too. I love cute, fun Halloween, and we have the cutest products right now. Happy Catalog Day. Yes, so if you ordered Monday or Tuesday or today, you're in for this to get the kit. Lori said hi from hot, humid Florida. Oh, wow, Lori. It is cold, like kind of cool now and rainy, just yucky out right now. So it's a good day to be in, a good evening to be in here crafting. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get started. It was so hard to pick what products to use because there's so many. Oh, real quick. My card club this month is gorgeous. And when I say that, I really mean it. It is like spectacular. And I know I'm going to show you these cards and they're not going to come across the screen. You have to see, touch, and feel all the parts to them. But this month we are featuring the Gathering Moments bundle, which I'm actually using tonight as well. It is this stamp set right here. It has some beautiful words, distinctive set. The dies are incredible. They're huge. You can actually take thread and like a needle and like sew through the paper if you want. I haven't done that yet, but it's really, really cool. There's an amazing embossing folder too, which we're also using a couple times tonight. And the star of the show is this gorgeous paper. So I'm going to show you this real quick before we get started. This paper is a specialty paper. And you only get a 4x6 piece of it in your kit. So you're probably going to want to order more because you're getting some brand new twine in your card club. This is $9. You're also getting the Cajun Craze and Gold dots, which are $9. So that's $18 right there. And then you're going to get a 4x6 of 2 sheets of the paper. So let me show you. There's this plaid, and then the back, it has gold flecks. This is like green and gold stripe, and then the back. Oh, these patterns. This one right here. See that gold? And then it's like very subtle on the back. Okay. We have this one. See that gold? And then the back is like a beige. This one is really pretty. It has like gold and beige and early espresso, and then the back just like a very subtle like early espresso. There's this one with the leaves, gold, and then Cajun Craze. It kind of ties into that embossing folder. And is that it? I think I might have showed them all to you. I'll show you a bigger piece of that. Just really beautiful pack of paper. Like, I seriously, I think I'm gonna frame it. Like, I mean that, like, for real. I got some of the frames. Stampin' Up used to have like a 12x12 kit, and I bought some, and I think I'm literally gonna frame some of this paper for the fall. It's that beautiful. Anyway, here's the cards. You get to make 2 of each. You need to sign up by the 10th. If you're a card club member, we already sent out if you want to do any of the add-ons. So here's the first card, and you'll see I use that embossing folder there and that paper. This one is so pretty. I did heat, set it. Again, the camera isn't doing these cards justice. They're so beautiful. We have this one with a folder, and then I tore the paper on this one. for that. So beautiful set of fall cards. You can also use any fall set you have, but that you will need the bundle to do those leaves. Any of the other shapes we will do for you, but we cut that leaf out and stamped, so it's a really cool set. So card club, I wanted to share that. All right, let's go on to our cards for tonight. Our first, thank you guys for sharing. I don't think they will, Lynn. They didn't, it seemed like they were all kind of connected. The leaves on the paper kind of like intersected and overlap, so I don't think they will. You probably can cut some of them out, but to me they kind of overlapped a lot. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, those fall cards, I love them. I made them yesterday and I was like oohing and eyeing, and I was here mostly by myself, so I love them so much. Okay, here's our first card. So this class, you do get the envelopes. Again, thank you for sharing. Type a 1 if you're watching live, which right now all of you are, but the replay you won't. You can put a 2 in. We have a crumb cake card base, so we're going to go ahead and fold this in half. Now, for this card, I decided to use the Fluffy Squirrel bundle. Do you see this little punch with the guy and the acorn? And again, if you don't like this, you can use any animal you want. Or you could just put a leaf here on the card. You could just use a leaf and it would work too. But I did use this piece as well as the acorn, and I use the squirrel and the acorn. That's what the thing is right there. The thing is called the acorn. But look at how cute this is. Go nuts. It's your birthday. Can't wait to see you again. May you gather happiness. So just a fun little set. So we are going to make a really cute card. So what you're going to have are these strips right here in your kit. And I think we will emboss these for you. Normally I don't emboss, but I think today this week we will. So this we have Cloud Cover, Cajun Craze, Early Espresso. This is embossed in the Birch 3D embossing folder. See, it's like a wood. Pecan Pie, and then this is Cajun Craze two-tone, and we embossed it with that brand new embossing folder I'm featuring Card Club, the Gathering Leaves on the two-tone. That's why we're going to do it for you. So then you can grab your blending block, and we're going to expose some of that white core. Okay, so that is, look at that, how beautiful. And the back is a little bit lighter. You can kind of see the two-tone. So there we have that. Now, here it is. I was like, where is my silicone mat? You also have a scrap of white to do some stamping. So we're going to stamp this and this and this. Okay, so we have our two embossed pieces. All right, grab our stamp set. We're going to be using Cloud Cover ink. So I have my little ink spot here. And then we're going to be using Pecan Pie and Early Espresso. You guys, right next to me, I mounted my ink pads on the wall. And my dad came over and my husband helped him put up. I have an 8-foot shelf that I have all my stamps and dies on. And they were able to mount that yesterday. And so my office where I stamp is finally all coming together after over a year, like a year. I had to move out kind of abruptly of my old studio. So I am just so happy to get things in place here. All right, we're going to take this little crisscross where we need the outline of the squirrel. We're going to use a squirrel that we can punch. We also want that acorn, and we're gonna stamp Go Nuts, It's Your Birthday. So I have Early Espresso and Pecan Pie. I'm gonna stamp the Go Nuts on the crushed curry off to the right first. That's going to be our first thing. Okay, there we go. We're going to move that aside. And we also just reorganized all of my scraps. I'm going to do a whole video and show you how I've organized things. I know like people always want to know, and like organizing your craft stuff is kind of fun and essential and all the things. So I'll do a video and show you how I did mine, because there's so many different ways you can do it, but it's kind of fun. Now on this pecan pie, we're gonna stamp this acorn kind of like all over. And I'm gonna turn it and rotate it and do some upside down and some every which way. I shouldn't have got those out yet. They're getting in my way. So I'm going down the middle first, and then I'm gonna do the tops to fill it in. All right, then I'm just gonna come in here, and again, I'm just turning my stamp. Uh-oh, did I do that one good? Oh man. Well, I lined it up pretty good the second time. Here, here, here. Let's squeeze that one in here. We're kind of just making our own little paper. So that's what we're doing here. We're just filling in these scraps. And again, all the measurements will be in the free tutorial. So there we go. So there we have that piece. Just a whole bunch of little acorns. Now on this cloud cover, let's do that. I have this like, I'm gonna just kind of randomly, I don't even remember how I did this, and I just did this a little bit ago, kind of go all different which ways. We're just adding something like this. All right, let me clean off that, and now we're gonna do our squirrel. Karen, you're gonna love it. You are gonna love it. I used it today and I love it. And I'm excited to use it because before I had kind of like scraps everywhere. At least it felt like that. Like I have some here and some here. And now they all have one home and everything is labeled and it's just awesome. Okay, so here's the outline of our squirrel. Now in this set, you can do 2 different squirrels. We're going to use this one where his little arm is out because it matches the punch. And then we're going to fill him in. Uh-oh, did I just do it? I just did it in the wrong color. Whoops. Yup. Do you see that? Do you see the outline of the squirrel? Because that's darker. Don't do that. Yikes. Hopefully I didn't ruin my pad. It's brown, but I was looking up and didn't pay attention and then did what you don't want to do. We'll find out right now when I go to do the inside piece. So now we have this one. I'm just going to try to blend it all together. I think it's okay. And now we're going to fill this in. This is called 2-step stamping. So I'm just looking at the tail, the nose, the feet, just making sure it's all lining up and then pressing it. Okay, so there's our squirrel. Now I'm gonna flip this over and punch it out, and then I am gonna do the acorn separately because you can see I didn't give enough room. All right, so there's that. Now on this other little scrap, I'm going to punch out the acorn right there. And because it's photopolymer, see you have lots of room. Because it's photopolymer, I'm just going to stamp it in early espresso and then color it in with crumb cake, I think, and pecan pie. So there's our acorn. And hopefully I did that. Oh, pretty good. All right, let me close these up. And guess what? Because the ink pads are right next to me on the wall, I have put them back after every time because it's easier just to put them back and then grab them as I go on to the next project. Like it's amazing how you can be a crafter and still learn new ways. All right. So the same thing, I have my markers behind me now. So I'm gonna color, this is light crumb cake, the bottom of the acorn. There's not like a filler stamp for this, so I'm just coloring it in with my blends. And then this is dark pecan pie. I'm gonna do the top of the acorn with that. Then we're gonna put this card together, and I think it'd be fun to do this card for Christmas with like different colors as well. So if you guys do this same card layout for Christmas, post it so I can see. All right, here we go. Now let's add our pieces. So we're gonna take this piece with the two-tone and we're gonna put it over here. And then I'm gonna have these strips going off to the side, kind of like that. We're gonna go something like this. So this is what we're going for, and then our cute little squirrel is gonna come over here. So let me get my adhesive, and I'm gonna put this over here like so. And then I'm gonna start with the acorns at the bottom, and this one I'm just making sure it kind of is lining up at the bottom. And I thought about like you could have them going kind of like staggering them like all wonky too, but then I decided just to keep them straight. So you can do or you can tear them and cut them and make them banners or different angles, however you want. Then this one, I'm going to make sure it lines up at the top because I think that will fit in there, but then I got nervous. So we're going to put this one at the top, and then our cloud cover here. We're going to put this right in there. All right. Uh-oh. I thought I lost my little acorn. Okay, so now we're gonna grab some dimensionals and put this little guy kind of right here. And then we have the little acorn. I have a little mini dimensional right here. And I'm going to put that like kind of near his hand. I almost said his paw. Maybe it is a paw. And then that's kind of thick. Again, in the card club, you're going to be getting the two new baker's twines. That's early espresso and I believe old olive. So I'm using this. Now you could use regular linen thread too, or any kind of thread you want. So this is not included. This is the dots in the thread isn't included. I will give you the ribbon for our last card because you need that. But but you will get embellishments if you go over $75. So keep that in mind. But I'm sure I used a bunch of different embellishments to show you a lot of new stuff tonight. Okay, I'm gonna trim this end, and then we're gonna put this down with a glue dot. I'm gonna put that right there. Why is that on my screen? Kind of right in the way. Okay, take my little bow with my mini glue dot and put it right there. And then on this card, I am using the Cajun Craze and gold dots. And I don't know if you can see, but they are so pretty. I'm gonna flip them around. Do you see how beautiful they are? You're gonna get a full package in the card club. So just be aware, if you're a card club member, these will be coming at the end of the month. They're beautiful, so beautiful for fall. Okay, let's add a couple of these to our card to tie it all together. And I love it because they have 3 different sizes. And there we go. Here is card number 1. What do you guys think of our fluffy squirrel? Card number 1. So cute. I love the different colors and like the textures of the embossing folders and the stamping. And I just think it's cute. So again, if you don't have a squirrel, just add a leaf there, a bigger leaf or a different animal, and you can still make this card work for you, I promise. So here's our first card. I'll turn it around so you can see it. Right there, all of the stuff. Okay, our next card is also a fall card. And then we'll get into 2 cute Christmas, 1 cute and 1 beautiful Christmas card. All right, let me put these stamps back because I don't want to lose them. So where do you go, Mr. Squirrel? Right here. All right, so here is this. Okay. Our second card, I'm like, what did it, right here. Here's our second card. And so for this card, we are featuring the bundle from the card club this month. So it is the Gathering Moments. And I'm going to show you all of this because, like I said, it is beautiful. I'm not using the paper, so I already showed you the paper if you just hopped on. I used the Gathering Leaves embossing folder. It is a giant, like, it's huge. It's like so huge. It's one of the really big ones. It's a 3D and it has these little leaves in it. So we're using that. And then here is the stamp set. It has many thanks. Your friendship means the world to me. Gather. Expressing heartfelt gratitude and thankful for you. There's some little background like stamps and a plaid, a mushroom, an acorn, some beautiful leaves and greenery here. It is a red rubber. You can tell I have been, I've used like, I think almost every stamp in it already in just a day. And then here are the dies, which again, I don't even have them in a case or anything because I just, excuse me, grabbed them yesterday. Let me see if I can show you them a little bit easier real quick because they're awesome. So the dies come with this, again, where you can kind of stitch or they have little dots. And then it has the outline as well. And so it has this one and this one, and then this goes on the inside or can go on the inside. And then you have this one right here, which I can't get off because I haven't used it yet. That one right there. Then you have the little mushroom, the acorn, the little greenery piece. This is for a leaf. This is for a leaf. And these are for 2 little spriggy things. For these little pieces here. So you can cut all of those different things out. So it is a really awesome set of dies. These are these are really big. Like, look at my hand. These would be awesome if you do scrapbook pages. You could use this and make banners, like to decorate your house or your office or whatever. All right, I'm putting them back. So in here, we will have a leaf cut out for you. let me put them back. I don't want to lose these. But that's the bundle for the card club this month. So here's our kit. Okay, we're using Pretty Peacock. I love Pretty Peacock, and I love it for fall. I also have a piece of crumb cake, and you can emboss it in whatever you want. We use the plaid embossing folder. Now here's your leaf. I cut that out and I embossed it. Isn't that so? I love that so much, all the texture. And you're gonna have a scrap paper to do a couple things, and then you'll have a label. Do you see the stitching? You might be like, Michelle, where is that label from? So, let me show you. So, we have this bundle called Branching Out that I got, and I didn't use the bundle or the stamps today, but look at these dies. Look at those dies. So I took the smallest one, and has the stitching, and that's where the label came from for this card. So this is called the Branching Out dies, and there is a beautiful bundle that goes with it. Okay, so these are our pieces. Let's get stamping. We're gonna fold the Pretty Peacock in half, and it is a really pretty font. That's, I think, why I was drawn to it, is I was really drawn towards the font for sure. Okay, so now we have our plaid background that I did ahead of time. I'm going to take my bronze marker. I just got a new set of bronze and ivory. So this one is really old. And so I am going to flick some little speckles on the background. You don't have to do this. I love the look and the texture of it. Just be careful with your marker because it could fray the end. If you're not careful, I am very careful with mine. So, yeah, I love Is What Christmas? I love those. Is that Christmas, Karen? I'm not sure what you're asking is if it's Christmas. Oh, that bundle with the labels. It is, I think it's in the catalog. I don't know if it's necessarily Christmas. It's just kind of like an all occasion. It just kind of says, hello, birthday wishes, friend, thinking of you. So it's just kind of an all occasion, but the pine, you could stamp and make it Christmas because there's pine and little pine cones and little berries. So you could totally make it Christmas, but it's kind of a all occasion set. All right, I added speckles to the background there with my bronze blend. So now that's going to go on there. Our leaf, before we put it down, we are going to take a blending brush. If I can reach it. A blending brush in some Cajun Craze ink. You are welcome. I finally realized what you were. And I'm going to go over this to make the texture and that embossing powder pop. So I have my silicone mat here, and I'm just going to go around the edge. And give it some depth. Okay, I kind of like it like that. And if you want more somewhere, you can add more. But you can see kind of where it was on my mat there. So we're going to, shoot, that's what I forgot. I don't know where my baby wipes are. I do know where my chamois is though. And I do have a little spritzer of water, so I'm gonna spritz this, and then I'm gonna take my chamois and wipe that off so the ink won't transfer onto my project. All right, there we go. Now on our label, we're going to stamp expressing heartfelt gratitude. And we're going to do that in Pretty Peacock. Really pretty shade here. What are your favorite fall colors? We're also going to be using pecan pie and crushed curry. I almost said crumb cake. Crushed curry. All right. There is that. Yes, I love the font there. All right. Wiping that off. Next up, on you're going to have a scrap of paper in there, and you are going to want to, we're going to stamp this leaf and this acorn. And I have Pretty Pecan Pie and crushed curry, and we are going to stamp that. This is like a distinctive stamp. And then we are going to do, Lori said she likes oranges and Cajun craze. I like them too. I love that tractor set with the pumpkins in the back, and Lori just made a card with that, and it's so cute. Pumpkin pie, said Karen. Yeah, that's a good fall color. All right, I need to close Pretty Peacock and then do, I love Pretty Peacock with the oranges. And then we have this acorn right there. Then you can take your dies and cut them out. Guess what? I did that ahead of time. Also because my crushed curry needs to be re-inked or a new one because it's just really old. So the magic of TV or film, I have them cut out. And yes, this side is darker than the other. It's that distinctive looking. So like I'll show you. Do you see how there's like shaded? That's like the actual stamp. It's so cool. So that is just ahead of time. We did that. All right, let's put it all together now. So again, you're going to want to grab your twine or linen thread, and we are going to put this down. Pumpkin pie, cherry cobbler, Cajun craze are all good ones. Peg loves fall cards, and Sharon said Cajun craze, and so did, I can't see whoever was ahead of her. Okay, then we're going to take this leaf and layer that here, kind of like so. Uh-oh, I just saw a thumbs down. Sorry. Well, actually, I'm not sorry. I don't know what happened. It could have been an accident, too. Sometimes you bump things. Okay, then we're going to take this label, and before we put it on, we're going to put some twine behind it. So I'm going to loop this around a couple times. All right, so loop it around. Oh, I saw a thumbs up. That makes the thumbs down a little bit better. Whatever. We're going to put this right here. And I'm going to stick that kind of like so. Donna Joy said they all look good with the Pretty Peacock. Yeah. I think so too. It's just a pretty color. Rich. Okay, so there's that. Then we're going to take our label and kind of position this. Although I don't have this where I want it. I should have thought of that soon before. So I'm going to, that came right off because of the texture. I'm going to move this so it's pointing more down. There we go. Then I'm going to put that there. Then I'm going to take this and put some dimensionals behind it. I'm using the edges of my dimensionals. Use those up, don't throw them away. All right. I see 4 hearts on here. 4 people gave me a heart. All right, I'm gonna pull my twine down and put this label kind of like here, and you can make your twine or thread longer or however you like it. Okay, so there's that. Now we have our leaf. We're gonna tuck this one here. We're gonna put this acorn up here. I'm gonna grab a mini glue dot. What in the heck? Never mind. I was like, I saw 4 hearts, then I saw 5, then I saw 4. Now I see 5. Thank you to the 5 of you and your 33 thumbs up. I appreciate it. All right, so we got that there. On this, we're gonna put a dimensional here, and we're gonna tuck this just coming off to the side there. And then you could totally use those Cajun Craze and gold dots, but these dots are so amazing too. They're actually heavy, a little bit heavier than those. They're called the streaked dots. So I'm going to use them on this card because we have so many cool embellishments, like I said. So I'm using a whole bunch. So get whatever embellishments you want and use them. Order them, get them. They're like what's so fun about crafting. We're going to take 2 down here and put 1 up here. And then I'm going to show you. I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see them because like the other ones, they just look so different in person. This card is beautiful in person. It's like, it looks okay on the camera, but it is like, it's so pretty. So I hope you guys like this one as well. Let me turn the camera on and show you in these dots because they're called streaked dots, and I feel like these could be in a ring that you would wear on your hand, or like you can make jewelry out of these. They're so pretty. All right. So again, it's picking up some of it, but you can't see like the streakiness entirely, but these are awesome. And then here is our card. So you can see all of those pieces. So those are our 2 fall cards that we just did. Our next one is super cute for Christmas. So they kind of do look like wood, Lori, a little bit. Yes, I agree. Yeah, kind of like a shiny. Okay, here is our next card. So we are using Real Red. This piece will also be embossed for you because it's the 2-tone pool party. And so I want to make sure you get that. This is with the Holly Jolly hybrid embossing folder. I've been using that. I love it. So this piece will be embossed for you. You're also going to have a strip of Real Red. You're going to have 2 trees and a scrap of white. I didn't cut out my trees. I mean, you can see I did for the first card, but we will die cut the trees for you. You're also going to want, if you don't have the free embellishment, or you can use the famous peppermint dots that we could not keep in stock last year. Guess what, friends? They're in stock. You can get them. They're still available. They're still current, and they're still super cute. So what stamp set are we using, you might ask? Well, let me tell you. It's this darling one right here. Darling. I never say that. It is. It's cute. It's a darling. It's adorable. These chubby little elf and Santa and snowman. It's called Festive Friends. There's a snowflake, a tree, a to and from, Santa's coming to town, and we wish you a Merry Christmas. They're a pretty decent size. And then there is a really cute set of dies. So we're going to cut out 2 of these trees. There's a die to cut out each of the little characters. There's also snowflakes, several, a tree, this tree, some other little dots for your sentiment, and then this cool thing, which I totally miss, to make a tag. So that's so cute to do a little tag there. So you could make tags or put that on the card. So we're gonna need this guy because we're stamping Santa, and let me do that. I need that. We need the Santa, and we're gonna need Santa's Coming to Town. That's what we're using. We're going to stamp him in a Memento Black. I made my own Memento Black with a white pigment pad with Memento Refill. It just stamps so much nicer. I highly recommend it. We are going to stamp him right here. And before we cut him out, we are going to color. It's very easy to color. This is so cute. This card is so cute. You just ordered these today, Lori? Awesome. All right, let me color him super fast, and then we're done with the black because we're gonna heat emboss the sentiment in white. So I have a couple of colors here. We are going, let me put my, whoops, sorry about that noise. Let's do the red. I have the dark and light real red. So we're gonna do the hat. I'm gonna go along with the outside first. I usually do the light first, but I'm using the dark first today. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do his little arm here. And his coat. I'm going over it in the dark, the outline, and then I'm gonna fill it in with the light. We're also gonna need a Winka Stella because Santa's little pom-pom on his hat and his trim is gonna have a little Winka Stella. So there's that. Now we're gonna fill it in with the light real red. All right, so I should switch my tip because that noise is driving me bonkers, but it's kind of a fine area, so I guess I'll leave it. Sorry, friends. All right, so there's that. I have Granny Apple Green to tie in with our trees, and so I'm gonna color his mittens that just for a little pop. You could leave them white or black. I'm gonna do his skin tone in ivory. We have so many different, my other one is kind of like a mix of crumb cake. I did crumb cake because my ivory kind of ran out. Whoops, I didn't mean to go over his beard with that. Then I found a new ivory and bronze, so I was super happy. So my other Santa's a little darker skin tone, just a hair. But we have the blends in all those different skin tones, so you can get whatever color you want your Santa. There's that. Now we need, I'm gonna color his boots in black, but I have the smoky slate, and I'm just gonna go around the tip of the hat and along the brim of this. And his beard, a little bit of gray, just for like, almost like a shadow type, and the mustache, just a little bit. I'm not really trying to color it gray, but just to highlight that I didn't forget to color it. All right, and then we have black. Where's my black? Here it is. It got hung up on my phone. This is the light basic black. For the boots, his little legs, pants, shoes. Maybe it's his pants. I'm calling them his shoes. All right, now we're gonna cut this out, and we're gonna cut out 2 trees. Now the trees will be done for you, but you will need your own Santa. And then we'll do the Wink of Stella when I'm done. But I have my machine right here, and we're going to line this up because I'm not brave enough to do more than one at a time. I'm going to put this down and run this through. This is an online exclusive set, so you will not see it in the catalog. And then I'm gonna take this and do 1 tree and then a 2nd tree. Our next card is very elegant, and like, if you like elegant Christmas, you're gonna love that one. We have 1 tree, and now we're gonna do the 2nd tree. You need 2 trees for this card. Granny Apple Green. Okay, don't forget, everyone gets a free tutorial. Just be on my email list. And if you want the card kit, get your order in. You have until Sunday night to get your order in. Now, what did I do with those dies? See, all of these have to be put in containers so I don't lose them. All right, we're coming in here with these. Okay, this needs some Wink of Stella on the little pom-pom and the brim of the hat. I think I'm going to need a new Wink of Stella. There's not a lot coming out, and I did it down here. All right, then the trees, I wanted to add some dimension. So I grabbed green blending brush and Granny Apple Green, and we are going to add some color to our trees. There, let's put this card together. But remember, we still have to stamp our sentiment. Forgot about that. Remember how I said we emboss this with the 2-tone? We're gonna come in the sanding block, and that is gonna make those holly and leaves pop. I love this simple but easy technique. I'm not sure if I'll be live next week. I'm gonna be in Utah for my $1 million retreat with Stampin' Up. I fly out on Tuesday and I get home on Saturday, so I'm not sure if I can pre-record a video or not. I have so many things to do before I go. It's insane. So hopefully I can, but there we have that. Now we're gonna take our card base and fold this. So I earned my $1 million exactly a year ago tomorrow, September 4th. So almost a year later, we get to go and celebrate. Now we're gonna glue this down. This is Pool Party in Real Red. I love this color combination. We're gonna put that down right here. Now, I almost forgot, we have to do our sentiment. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna heat emboss it in white. So I'm rubbing that across. I have some white embossing powder right here. I have our little sentiment. I have Versamark. And guess what? I found my Stampin' Up heat tool finally while I was unpacking. It's been packed away forever. So here we go. Our Versamark. I'm gonna try to stamp this in the center. It says Santa's coming to town. All right, there we have that. Now we're gonna sprinkle on some powder. And speaking of, I need to get some Christmas pajamas to take with me. Okay, so you can see I pressed a little too hard and powder stuck. That's the outside edge here. But don't worry, if you have this embossing kit, it comes with like some tweezers and a brush and this cool tray. So I am just going to take my brush and gently brush away that extra. And then I'm going to heat set it really quick. We're going to heat emboss gold on our next card. And then you can take this and it will turn shiny and raised and beautiful. Just kind of move it around so it won't burn. Okay, there we have it. We have that. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. Make sure the lid's on. All right, here we go. Now you get to see the magic of it coming all together. We're going to take this and pop this up with some dimensionals. This card, I don't know if this is my favorite one or not. You'll have, again, I always like to see, what's your favorite? Because this one is really cute. We're going to put this down here towards the bottom. Then we have our cute little Santa. He's going to go right there with some more dimensionals. All right. He's going to kind of be right there in the middle. And then two little trees are going to kind of tuck behind him, but be like that. And I am going to pop them up also. I'm just going to put one dimensional behind them, kind of at the top, and put one right here and one right here. Okay. So cute, you guys. Now we're going to take those peppermint dots. So grab you some, and we're going to put two of the bigger ones on each side of here. And we're going to put some of these up here because it's just so festive, you guys. How cute is this card? So cute. All right, let me know what you think of card number 3. This is our Festive Friends, Festive Friends bundle. So there we have, this one you can, I'll turn it around. He's kind of a little more tan. So there we go. You can see the holly in the background, the peppermints, the trees. Card number 3. You could put an elf, the snowman, so many cute different ones. All right, our last card is going to be a very elegant, beautiful one. It has gold and sparkle and all the things. So we are using, for the last card, 'Tis the Season bundle, which there's a whole suite. So it has, this is the label. We're using this and the label dies. So we will cut out your label. We're using this banner one. There's all kinds of great labels. Now this is like the mega suite. There's a whole nother bundle that goes with it. But then there is this amazing paper. It's specialty paper. I'm going to turn the camera down. This is the Traditions of Christmas specialty paper. It's 12 by 12 and it has poinsettias, gold, like Secret Sea. The other bundle does cut out some of the flowers. So there's this one I just showed you. Look at this. Oh my. The back is like a old olive. There's this piece. So some of you might get this piece. The back is like a, I don't know if that's cherry cobbler and real red. Some of you might get this piece. Do you see how beautiful? Oh, look at the stripes. It's like, why would they do this? We need like multiple packs. Look at all of this red. It's just like the red and gold, and then the plaid like on the back. You guys, oh my word, this is another frame-worthy pack of paper. This, and then I love this. This would be so cute with that Santa and snowman. So, paper. We can't have enough paper. So, traditions of Christmas is the sweets. Okay, so our card. Here we go. Last card. We're using, again, Pool Party in Real Red. I know it's elegant, but let me see. You'll see. We have Pool Party. We have Real Red. We have a piece of that paper, and it has the Pool Party, like a pink and a red. So I'm tying that in. And then I use gold foil. So here's what gold foil comes in 12 by 12 sheets. Just gold metallic paper. Really pretty. But guess what happens when you emboss it with an embossing folder? I embossed it, and look at that. Holy cow. Is that not beautiful or what? So, we will do this piece for you as well, because you need this piece to make this card. I'm just saying. It is gorgeous. Okay, and then you will have a label. So, for this card, you'd need any words, but these ones, what I love is they kind of curve and go with the banner so perfectly. This one's going to come together really fast. I kind of always save the fast ones for the end, because I know people are probably getting tired and we're wrapping up. Linda said this card is going to be my favorite. I can feel it. Oh, you're funny. I hope it is. I love that I try to give you a variety so that hopefully you love all of them, but I know that sometimes we lean more towards different ones. So here is this beautiful piece. Now this piece that I embossed, I originally was going to have it go in the middle, but then I was like, no, we need to see more of that gold. So I am putting it more towards the bottom. So it's not going to go all the way towards the bottom, but near the bottom. Again, you guys can get this card kit if you order from me by Sunday, at least $50. Over $75, you're going to get these free embellishments, which I didn't use, but they're really shiny. They're kind of like pearlized, and they would, like, the red would look good here. The red, like any of them would look good on this card. And even like the fall card we did, you could use them on any of these cards that we did. I just wanted to use all the embellishments, and I just wasn't thinking. The other thing is you're going to get some ribbon in this card. So this is included. The twine is not in the dots unless you are in that pack. So this is gorgeous ribbon. It came out a couple months ago, so it's fairly new. It's called Gold Striped Mesh Ribbon. Stunning. Perfect for the holiday season. We're going to wrap this around and just tie a knot. So you will have this. All right. Love the embossed foil, said Lori. Me too. I remember the first time I ever embossed foil, it was silver. And it was like a diamond plate embossing folder. And I was making like a toolbox card for my dad. And it looked like real metal, like toolboxy. It was so cool. I still remember that. Isn't it funny the things we remember? All right, so there's this. That gold just ties in perfectly, but we need to stamp our sentiment. Shoot, I didn't take away my little Santa. Santa's coming to town. You can't lose the stamps yet. All right, this one's going to say Season's Greetings. I'm going to rub my embossing buddy over. I have gold powder. I am going to use this, and do you see how it curves and fits on there perfectly? I love how Stampin' Up! Does that. We have Versamark. We're going to ink this up. we are going to stamp that right. Is this upside down? There we go. Make sure you're doing it the right way. Just like so. Then I have a couple different trays. When you've been crafting a long time, you collect a lot of supplies. And we're gonna tap that off, and that does not look like this, like I did something. Oh, we might have to do another one. Where's my brush? I can see if I can fix it. I don't know if I press too hard or what, but in between my letters, it's a little thick. I think we could make it work, but I'm also gonna take, my little take your pick tool and try to remove some of the powder real quick. That's why I use Embossing Buddy to prevent this. I think I just press too hard with my stamp. So that can happen, just so you know, it happens to me. And see how it's in the middle of the O too? Catherine's loving this card up until I screw it up, right? Okay, there we go. I think I fixed it enough. I fixed it good enough. All right, then we can pour our gold back. And then I'll heat set it. Come on, dude. Come on. Brush. Brush, brush, brush. Okay. There we have that. Heat set. Look at, it's not pretty at all. It's just kind of brown looking. And if you don't want to heat emboss, just use a red or a brown or something. Then we're gonna heat this up and make it beautiful. Okay. All right. Now it is gold and shiny, just like the foil and the ribbon and the poinsettias. Okay, we're gonna take this, pop it up. Again, I'm using more of these edges. When I cleaned off my desk, I found so many partial dimensional sheets, and I've used up almost all of them already. Okay, this is gonna go here. Now I'm going to have it so I can see some of that gold at the bottom, and then this is gonna go right across there. And I don't know where they went. I had these from like a past kit or paper pumpkin kit. They're like little foam like strips. So I'm gonna put those on the back of this banner to pop that up, and then we are done. Now I didn't put any other gems on here, but you absolutely could. If you wanted to, you could put even more bling. And then this is turning over, and we are going to put this kind of right across here. All right, there's our card. What do you guys think? Card number 4, Traditional Labels is the bundle. Traditions of Christmas is the stamp set. And don't forget, excuse me, the gold foil. That's the Holly Jolly thing. Anyone can join the card club, Sue. I have a link on my website. You just have to join by the 10th, or you can take it as a one-time. If you do join and you do 6 months in a row, you get a swag bag of goodies. I change it out every 6 months, so that's kind of fun. Let me show you the card this way. So no, we would love to have you join. We have about 140 people in the card club. Do you see the gold? All the gold hitting the light in there. So, all right, let's recap our cards below. Catherine said, Sue, you will love the card club. It is amazing. Thank you. Yeah, shout out to all my card club members. Let her know how awesome it is. I've been doing card club for I don't even know how many years, and it is like I love my card club members and card club. It's like the first thing I design every month, hence why I showed you. It's the first thing I design. Okay, card number 1 is the Fluffy Squirrel Bundle. Go nuts, it's your birthday. So that was our first card. Card number 2 is the Gathering Moments. So we have fall leaves, really beautiful card here. Card 4 is the Festive Friends with the cute little Santa, the peppermints. Karen said, yes, join the card club. It's the best. Yes. And Marcia said, love the card club. So yeah, you'll love it, Sue. So there's that. If you need a link, I can try to find it and get it to you too, but it's on my website and just click Owlet Card Club. And then here's card number 4. So we will do the embossing except for the plaid. I don't know, we'll try to do the leaf. So we will do these and these because you need this to be able, it's on 2-tone. So we'll do that in the gold foil for you because it is awesome. Angie said, first time here, love all of them, thanks. Thank you, Angie. Make sure you please subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow on Facebook, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is also Owl Star Stampers. If you guys want the kit, you'll make one of each of these. If your order goes over 50, I'll send it to you. If you go over 75, you're also going to get this, I don't know if it is $8.50 or $9 pack of gems. Or what are they called? Delightful decorative dots. And let me show you, they're kind of pearlized. And they would actually go on any of these cards that we have before, or that we made today. But do you see how shiny and like pearl? They have like a pearl finish. They're really, really pretty. So any $75 order, you'll get that. Pretty Cards 4 is my favorite. The squirrel is cute. The traditions of Christmas are my favorite. Thank you, Tara. All right. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being my email list so you can get the free tutorial. You have until Sunday to get your orders in to get these. And again, if you have something that you really love, don't wait so you can make sure you get it. I hope to see you again later this week because again, there's so many good things that I'm excited about. I want to show you more. So you might see me pop on. I will try to give you a heads up if I can. But if not, thank you for all your orders so far. It's been so fun to kick off this new catalog, all the new products on the online exclusives. And you guys, there were 2 awesome kits that were released today too. So check those out as well. Don't want to have you miss out. Have a good night, everyone. I will see you later. Bye.